share some really impressive things with you if you will just have an open mind and listen to what I have to say. So she began teaching him Pleiadian spiritual things, and she had to work up to it. She didn't just come right out and say, I'm Pleiadian. It's like that would have freaked him out. He would have gone off running. But anyway, Charles Silva was a hard-boiled Hollywood type businessman. But before it was over, he had taken a ride. Allegedly, he had taken a ride with Rama. The actual Pleiadian girl's name was Rama, and I'm a little fuzzy about, there's no mention of Shirley MacLaine in Charles Silva's book, The Date with the Gods. So at some point I sensed that Shirley and Charles Silva did get connected, because what you see in the film where Shirley goes to Peru and she goes to the mineral hot baths and she learns how to do out-of-body meditation, so on and so forth. This is what was taught to Charles Silva by Rama. Shirley went to, she met Charles Silva, I assume, at some point. He took her to Peru. Shirley also went to Switzerland and stayed at the compound of Billy Meyer for a time. So the character that you see in the film, out on the limb or reading the book, is a composite of Charles Silva, Billy Meyer, and maybe one or more other individuals. But what was interesting is, to me, is like getting back to spirituality and so forth. This is what Rama told Charles Silva in Peru. She said, this energy is your soul, your spirit, what you are, what I am, what we all are. Our human bodies are made up of atoms. Our spirit is made up of energy. When physicists in your world get to know and understand this field of science, when they're thoroughly convinced that the soul of the human body is part of God, made solely and exclusively of energy, then they'll have to define God as a great positive energy, an intelligent force pervading the entire universe. Interesting, interesting. So, once again, you see this theme of spirituality in another Pleiadian case in Peru. Now this is, I came across the Bringers of the Dawn and the channeled writings of Barbara Marciniak in 1994. And once again, this is, I've always been kind of iffy about channel stuff. And, but I thought, well, okay, we'll give it a shot. They say they're Pleiadians, can't go wrong with that. So I read the book, and for me it was like, I couldn't put it down. It was like getting letters from home. I mean, this is brilliant stuff. Barbara Marciniak's Pleiadians are not necessarily the same Billy Meyer Pleiadians, are not necessarily the same Charles Silva Pleiadians. But once again, as quote-unquote Pleiadians, they're selling this thought, this conceptual idea that we are spiritual beings. And this is what's most important for us to understand. This is what the Pleiadians think is most vital for us to understand at this point in our history. So if I may quote from Barbara Marciniak's Pleiadians, Bringers of the Dawn, they say, it is time for the people of Earth to become sovereign. The ultimate tyranny in a society is not controlled by martial law. It is controlled by the psychological manipulation of consciousness through which reality is defined, so that those who exist within it do not even realize they are in prison. They do not even realize there is something outside of where they exist. We represent what is outside of what you have been taught exists. It is where you sometimes venture and where we want you to dwell. It is outside of where society has told you you can live. You have been controlled like sheep in a pen by those who think they own you, from the government to the world management team to those in space. Those in space. It was Barbara Marciniak's book, Bringers of the Dawn, that introduced me to the idea that Earth humans, and through their governments, religion, and so forth, are influenced by an extraterrestrial group known as the Reptilians.